I don't know what really makes a great musical or not. In the end, you write it, and you write it because you want to write it.
And if Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber writes it,
may I return,
there's a good chance it'll be a hit.
With one look, I can break your heart.
During a 4-decade-long career, he's spun box office gold from felines, fascists,
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
and a phantom.
Turn your face away from the garish light.
All of them characters in some of the most commercially successful shows in Broadway history.
Yes, you're in the band. Andrew.
He hopes to add to that list with the just-opened School of Rock, based on the Jack Black movie about a washed-up musician who teaches a bunch of prep schoolers to unleash their inner Zeppelin.
There's been one solution since the world began. Don't just sit and take it, stick it to the man.
It's not a musical that's going to change the course of the Western musical as we presently know it. I mean, but hopefully you take something away from it. And I mean, it's got some, catchy songs.
In fact, Lloyd Webber is enjoying some of the best reviews in his career for School of Rock.
1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3.
The show isn't entirely new territory for him. Early on, he and lyricist Tim Rice teamed up for one of the first ever rock musicals, Jesus Christ Superstar. This song from the 1971 show
I don't know how to love you.
was so popular, 2 versions of it landed on the charts at the same time.
That was a song that I always thought it was a melody that could take a story. You see, it has a progression and a movement, you see. So,
Telling stories with music started early for Lloyd Webber.
and then, it's going to go somewhere.
Raised in a family of musicians, his father was director of the London College of Music, the future impresario fashioned a miniature stage from a record player.
Were your musical tastes typical?
No, my love of musical theatre was certainly not typical. It was considered to be very, very abnormal, in fact. It may sound amazing to people today, but Rodgers and Hammerstein were considered by, how can I put it, the sort of opinion-making class, the tastemakers and everything, to be off the scale as sentimental, I remember once saying at a dinner when I was very little, and there were frightfully grand people, they said, I like Carousel. And, what?
After dropping out of the Royal College of Music, Lloyd Webber began collaborating with Tim Rice while still in his teens. The pair returned to Broadway post-Superstar with Evita, a musical about Eva Perón, the wife of Argentina's military dictator.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
It's a dramatic moment, finding an anthem that could turn on her,
All through my wild days, my mad existence.
Because you see, that can be played in complete triumph,
Evita was a hit.
Because jellicles are what jellicles do.
But Cats, based on the poems of T.S. Eliot and Lloyd Webber's first musical without Rice, was a mega hit.
I played the cast album of Cats so many times my brother almost killed me. And he'd come into my room and he'd say, I'm sick of hearing about the Jellicle Cats.
Because jellicles can and jellicles do. Jellicles do and jellicles can.
You know what Jellicle Cats are, do you?
I actually don't. What are Jellicle Cats?
Well, Jellicle Cats are a corruption of what the English sort of posh upper class say, dear little cats. So dear little cats become jellicle cats.
Oh, dear little cats.
And if you were in Downton Abbey, you would say dear little cats.
Oh, so dear little cats, dear
Yes.
little cats.
Jellicle songs for jellicle cats. Jellicle songs for jellicle cats.
Are you a cat person?
Yes, absolutely.
How many do you have?
Well, at the moment I have 4, all Turkish van cats.
Turkish van? What's
Yeah,
a van
a
cat?
van cat is a swimming cat.
Do you have a pond that they can swim in?
Yeah, they like going to a swimming pool.
They go to your swimming pool?
Yes, absolutely.
Are they friendly?
Very friendly. They're very friendly, but they're also extremely strong-willed.
With Cats and then Phantom of the Opera, Lloyd Webber became famous beyond the world of musical theater.
I was asked if I would play the role of Amadeus in the movie of that name.
You were asked to play Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Yes, and I turned it down. And it was one of those things. The more I said no, the more they thought it was a great idea.
What a wild thing to be asked. This is like 1982, 83.
It would have been it was round about that. I mean, I remember the final meeting was just before the opening night of Cats on Broadway, when finally I said, I'm really not doing this. I said, look, I'm really flattered, but there is an issue. If I play the role, it's got to be my music, not Mozart's. I thought this might get rid of them. Well, one of them said, actually, and it's a rather good idea. And I thought, oh, no, please free me.
But when the movie came out, did you think, maybe I should have taken the role?
No, I thought, what a good thing I didn't do this.
Lloyd Webber seems keenly aware of his own limits. He writes the music, but not the words to his shows.
Why haven't you written lyrics in your shows?
Because I can't.
Have you tried?
When I was a kid, I tried, and I soon learned that this was not a skill that I really wouldn't. I mean, writing lyrics is something which is very specific, and the great lyric writers, I mean, they have a turn of phrase and a way of writing that I simply couldn't get near.
And not all of his shows have been smash hits on Broadway.
What was up with the musical where everybody was on roller skates pretending they were trains?
Oh, that was fun, great fun. It was a very stupid idea to bring it here in the form that it was. I hugely opposed it. It's still running in Germany and places like this. It's written for kids, entirely written for kids.
But don't cry for Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's got an Oscar, 3 Grammys, and 7 Tonys. And Phantom of the Opera is the longest-running Broadway show ever.
I know that a lot of British people don't like to talk about money, but I'm not British, so I have to ask. By some measure, you're the richest man in all of pop music.
I very much doubt that.
I think you are. You've got like $1 billion.
I've done extremely well, but I think you might find that the composer and the lyricist of The Lion King were rather ahead of of me. Yeah, I think so.
You think that Elton John has more money than you?
Oh, yeah.
You do not. No, there's no
Well,
way.
he goes out for a few $1 million a concert, so for a start.
Yeah, but you got to, like, $1 billion is 1,000
Listen,
million.
it really doesn't matter. The most important thing with money is to use it. That's why I have my foundation. But I can assure you that I am nowhere near the top of the tree when it comes to the rich Brits in music.
We stand corrected. Andrew Lloyd Webber is number 2, just behind Sir Paul McCartney on the list of rich Brits in music. So he's doing just fine.
We've come to the part of the interview where we sum up your life. How would you describe it?
Well, I think I'm the luckiest man alive, really, because I've been able to do the one thing in my life that I really love. I'm 67 now, and I'm still doing it, and I don't intend to stop.